The body remembers. The body remembers. This is a perfect example. The other day, I had woken up with such activation. I felt it in my chest. It was a mix of anxiety, a mix of that panic feeling. There was a heaviness. I started to just go into the sensation of it. I was like, whoa, okay, it feels heavy, it feels tight, constricting. I could even see it, in my mind's eye, just as this heaviness, this thickness, this darkness. And I got up, went, got the kids ready and started to our morning routine, right? Took them to school. And on the way to school, my kids could tell that mommy was feeling something. She wasn't her normal self in the morning. And I didn't try and say, I'm fine. I just said, oh, you know what? Mommy's feeling a lot of activation right now. There's definitely a sense of heaviness and sensation in this area. And there are some, there's this part of me that is feeling this fear. These different emotions are coming up. And so if you're a parent, I highly, highly recommend talking to your kids about what you're feeling and describing it in that way, because it has helped my kids tremendously. So I digress. And so I started feeling all of this, and I had, called my mom on the phone. I call her every morning and we talk. And she's the one who, again, has learned from me, but she says, oh, Vanessa, your body's remembering. And I looked at the date and I realized that it was this time 4 years ago when my dad was dying in the hospital from COVID, where we all had COVID, where I was dealing with all that stuff and was diagnosed with pericarditis as well at the time. And I said to her, this reminds me so much of that pericarditis. Isn't that interesting? I know I don't have it, but my body remembered how I felt then when my heart was literally breaking from losing my dad, who did pass away on, it would be 4 years, December 4th. And all of those sensations, that physical feeling, my body remembered. And I just accepted that. I didn't judge it. I didn't say, oh, well, I guess I'm not healed enough. I guess my body's remembering. Oh, I guess I didn't heal the trauma, or I guess I haven't healed this enough. No, my body was just expressing and remembering. And so what did I do? First, noticed it without judgment, with curiosity, and I allowed it. I accepted it. I saw it as a reflection of the grief. I got curious as to what emotion was there. And when I got home, it had already started to soften, and I decided to just make some time for my grief. I sat down, I put on some music, I started to just gently massage this area and gently rock back and forth, and the waves started coming. And so one wave after another, there were releases, and the tears flowed, and the sighs came, and the energy moved because I gave it permission to move. And then it softened. And yeah, the grief is still there, but I'm not in any pain. I don't have that constriction in my chest. All it needed was this dedicated time and attention. All it needed was for me to say, you're allowed to be here, and I understand why you're here. And it moved, it evolved, it changed. And now over the next few days, as we kind of move on to this, up to this anniversary, it's a challenging time. And so I honor that. I don't judge the fact that I want to go slower. I might maybe not be as accessible, but either way, it's all about honoring the grief in my way. And that's really how it needs to be. You do things your way because your grief is as unique as you, as unique as your fingerprint. And there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm going to be supporting myself, sitting with my grief, allowing what's there. I had another big grief bomb today. and some more yesterday. And it's really beautiful to see how my family is also evolving with this grieving, because I'm sharing it with them, because we're grieving together, because we're not holding it back. Yesterday when I fell apart in the kitchen, I just started sobbing. The kids both came to me and they wrapped their arms around me, and they didn't say anything. They didn't say, "It's okay, stop crying, oh no, are you okay?" Because they know. They now know that grieving is a part of the healing. And so they also know that witnessing grief is the biggest gift that you could give to anyone. And so they just held me, they wrapped their arms around me, and they just hugged me. And that's it. That's all I needed. And energy moved, it passed, it softened, and it turned into a laugh. It turned into cuddles, it turned into giggles. So I'm just sharing all of this because this has been my experience, and this is also, I wanted to really give you some real time, real life examples. And I'll also share that, 4 years into my grief, 4 years into my dad's passing, there are still parts of and elements of the trauma that I have not processed. And I've been having a lot of dreams around him. I've seen him probably 5 times in the last week and a half. And with every dream, it's been a little bit of processing. But I've had memories come back from the event and events leading up to his passing that I haven't felt safe to sit with until now. And so I had to do what I needed to do at the time. My brain knew, my body knew that it was okay to put this aside for now until I had the capacity. And so this is just another reminder that you don't need to go dig up your trauma. You don't need to, go and find it and get to the root of it right away. It will surface when it's ready to. And it can take as much time as it needs. It could take a lifetime, and that's okay. So I'm sharing because this is an honest, real depiction, expression, story of grief, how it shows up, how our bodies remember. And the best thing that you could do for yourself is bring in that compassion continuously. Don't judge it. Allow it, be with it, stay curious, and reach out for support if you're needing it. There's no shame in that.